The history of the core being is fairly succinct and it's fairly simple. It's always been there. It has been there since the dawn of time, whatever time is. It has been there. It's with us. It's innate in us. It's like a pair of lungs and a heart and a brain and the core being. The thing about the core being is it is the one entity of humankind that is shared between all of us.
That's right.
And so with that, Beth, why don't you speak a little bit about the core being and how you came to discover it and all of that?
Well, the core being comes from the eternal, the all-knowing, God, whatever you call it. And all through time, people have said, well, how could there be there's got to be some kind of beginning, that there has to be. Well, something that you have to remember is we are human beings right now. Being human, our human mind can't fathom that something has always been there. We have to see a beginning and an end to something, but that is a human trait. That is not from the core being trait. The core being has always been, and that's who we are a part of. Now, we are all connected to the same plane of existence in the core being plane.
That being the universe, as we call it.
Exactly. And every thought, every thing that has been created on this earth, invention or otherwise, and even future inventions, future thoughts are there. So you can draw upon that to learn how to live this life, this physical life. We're learning how to grow here. We're learning what it means to have, and it always comes down to this, love. When you come from the core being and you don't have the human physical, it is all about love. Everybody works together through love. Now, if you don't have a contrast, if you don't have something to compare to love or learn another level of love, what you do is you ask core being, you ask the universe, and you figure out how to get here as a human, and that's where you learn and experience more for the growth of your spirit, the growth of core being.
So now it's time for the meat and potatoes, the techniques. Or for you vegetarians, it's time for the tofu and the salad.
That's right.
Okay. Beth, I guess start with Beth on this one.
Okay.
Let's talk about techniques. How does everybody listening connect themselves to the core being and use it to the benefit of the law of attraction and everything in their life?
Okay. The first thing that you have to do is be completely comfortable with the fact that this is natural. And that may sound obvious, but sometimes opinions of others makes a difference, and you have to really, really be clear that this is what you want. Now, what does this have to do with visualization and your focus of what you want in your life? It has a lot to do with it, but I'm going to separate it right now because right now we're just trying to connect to the core being. And then we'll talk about how to merge the two. So now, what you're going to want to do, once you be comfortable, you're comfortable sitting and relaxing every night, keeping the mind clear, because that is where the core being, when you can hear, that is, and when you can listen. And some people will get images. Some people will get actual words. Some people will actually hear something. Something that used to happen to me in the very beginning, and I would relax, a bird would flutter at the window, or a door would slam, or it was like that wasn't a ghost, that wasn't anything but the universe letting you know, okay, you're getting there, you're in the right space, all right, that's the way it goes. And, Lee will tell you now, computers crash around me. I have a lot of electrical things go down when you're around, and it's only because I'm connected a lot these days, because now that we've taken the law of attraction to full force and the core being, it's a constant running through me. So anyway, so those little things will be little signs that something's happening. I want you to envision your core being. You can envision it as just a total white, beautiful spirit light within your physical body. Now what I want you to do is I want you to make it grow. I want you to make it bigger so that it comes maybe 2 feet outside your body. How do you do that? You envision it. You close your eyes and you relax and you see it getting bigger. Then, once you've got that down, make it as big as your city. Now that aura, that light, that core being is over the city. It's you. And then connect to it through the state and then or your country, wherever you're from, and then grow it globally. See your white light over the whole world. Now, once you are there, number one, it's very exciting. And it is happening at that time when you are doing this. When you see that you have that kind of knowledge and power to do that, something happens. Either you will get what I call the excitement of calm, or shivers, or something to that feeling. It's not a scary feeling. You might feel very powerful or enlightened somehow. Something will come about that'll make you go, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Now, once you've done that, I want you to bring back your light slowly back to who you are again. And sit and listen and hear and see, and whatever comes to you, either write it down. And I'm telling you, writing down is probably the best thing to do. If an image flashes in front of you, write it down. Write down what that image was. If it's just a color, write it down. If whatever comes to you, just know that that's from the universe. That is from the eternal knowledge, the universe. Don't wait for anything. Don't wait for knowledge to come to you. Just be. And that is really an important thing. When you are waiting, that is a form of impatience. And impatience breeds more impatience through the universe. That's what will come back to you. So by connecting over and over again every night like that, you're going to see things start to change. Now, how do you merge that with what it is that you want out of this life? You are more and more connecting, and the universe is getting a hold of exactly what it is that you want. And that, more or less, is the best way to describe it. How do you know you're connecting? You know you're connecting by that excitement of calm. There's something, that shiver down your back. And it's not a shiver of, ooh, someone's watching me. No, it's a shiver of calm. It's, oh my gosh, it's so much bigger than I thought.